You ever have one of those days where your handles just feel off? I've been there, I think we've all been there, whether it's the basketball, the court, or just something with your body and your dribbling not feeling right that day. I'm gonna give you ways to fix it in seconds. Coach Jesse Mitchell with Get Handles Basketball, where I show you how to play like the pros. If that's something that you're looking to do, make sure you click that subscribe button and that little bell icon to get on the notification squad so you can catch the newest videos the second they come out. Let's jump into the cure for the off handle day. First big thing that I've discovered makes a big difference right away, and this can also help if maybe the basketball feels a little off for you, is to work on your grip, right? Because sometimes the basketball maybe slides in your hands because it's different material or it grips more than you expect. Sometimes your hands are just kind of asleep and they're not doing the job they need to be to direct the basketball where it needs to go, catching it well every time it comes in your hand from each dribble. Some quick things that you can do to take care of this right away. First is finger dribbling. So I'll just go dribble with my thumb about 10, 20 times, pointer, all the way down through all my fingers. And then from there, I'll do what's called play the piano. I'll go one by one, pinky to thumb, back down to pinky. So back and forth, one by one, just like that. And then I would do the same thing with the other hand, just like this, okay? And again, make sure you're getting in the rest of the individual fingers as well. That'll help warm up, strengthen your fingers so you start getting a better grip on the basketball. Second thing I like to do, just some ball slaps, just like that. Again, that'll kind of help waken up your hands a little bit, get the blood flowing them a little bit more. And then the third thing I like to do is just take my hand on the basketball and squeeze my fingers into it as hard as I can, trying to palm it. Now, if you can't palm the basketball, just put your other hand underneath it and squeeze the fingers in as hard as you can. And I like to hold that for like 20, 30 seconds to just, again, get my feel for the basketball, get my hands locked into that position where they start to get in the habit of knowing, okay, this is about how wide they need to be. Just to kind of calibrate is a word I like to use for it, the hands to where the basketball is. They're not too tight, not too wide, right? And they start getting in the habit of gripping the basketball tight. So every time you release the dribble, it's gonna be more controlled. And every time you catch the dribble, you're gonna have more control right away. This next tip, again, is a really overlooked element of having an off-handle day. But before we get into it, click that like button if you're digging the video so far, and click that top link in the description down below. That's a 100% free workout called the Defender Destroyer workout. That's already helped thousands of players, and I'm sure it'll help you. Just click that link, pop your email, and I'll send it to you instantly for free. Next really big thing, and something you're probably not thinking of, but it's gonna affect every single thing you do off the dribble, is your stance. If you're standing more upright, all you have to do in the game is just give yourself a mental checkup of where your hips are, right? And say, hey, are my hips down? And if your handles are feeling off, there's a good chance all you need to do is start working on getting that butt down, whether it's a squat stance, more of a lunge stance, or somewhere slightly in between there. Get your feet apart a little more, get your butt down. What that's gonna do for you is, number one, bring your hands lower to the ground. So now the basketball's in your hand for a much longer period of the dribble motion. Also, you could swing your hand more through your legs and you're between the legs, so it's more comfortable versus if I'm up here, I can't really swing my hand between my legs, and there's that chance it'll hit off my leg. So just by getting your butt down, it eliminates a lot more of those issues and improves your control. Plus, it'll allow you to move more quickly. You have to bend down so now you can push off, right? You gotta load those joints up by bending them. You can't really move quick if you're standing stiff, straight, and upright. Couple things you can do to work on this and make it more of a habit and make a quick fix is just to get in a wide, low squat stance like this. So feet about twice shoulder width apart, come down here like this, butt as low as you can get it, and just dribble back and forth, side to side, leaning side to side. At the same time, you can get some good dribble reps in here and get a feel for the basketball, right? This will help get you in the habit of staying low. And then another one you can do is just to go in more of a lunge stance, a nice long lunge stance. Get that leg back further than you normally would have it, just to get in the habit of staying low and getting in a wider stance. Obviously in the game, you won't go this long, but by working on this in your practice, it'll make it easier and more comfortable. And then same thing, just bend back and forth, dribbling, okay? And then of course you'd want to do that with the other hand and the other foot forward. So right hand dribbling if the left foot's forward, just rocking back and forth like this. That'll help open up your hips a little bit more and just get you in the habit of being low. This next tip and exercises I'm gonna give you are gonna work on something that almost all players are probably overlooking. But before we get into it, make sure you leave me a comment down below. Let me know if there's anything that you found helps you with your off-handle day. And let me know if you've noticed any of these things so far have affected you with your handle. Okay, next big thing I found with myself that affects my handles big time, and I'm sure it's probably affecting you from time to time, has nothing to do with the basketball. Has something probably to do with your body. What if you're really stiff? If muscles are tense, things are gonna feel a little bit off. So a couple things that you can do. I just want to give you a quick rundown of some of the different mobility and loosening things I like to do to loosen my body up. First of all, those last 2 drills I gave you will be good for your legs. A couple other things you can do though is some leg swings. Keeping your back straight, forward back like this, doing side to side. That'll help open up your legs a little bit, okay? That ties in with your stance and your ability to move quickly. As far as the arms go, one I really like because I get tense in my shoulders is I'll interlock my fingers like this, come like this. Bring my hands back. Another one I like to do is just some simple arm swings. Each time having a different arm on top. So this one on top and then this one on top, coming back far too, okay? And switching which hands on top when they're in back behind me. And then also some twists. And I'll just let my arms be loose for this one. That'll also help get the blood flowing down from your body into your fingers more, again, so you can get that grip. So just let your arms be completely like loose and dangle, and like your momentum of your body take them across, almost like a rag doll, right? And every time have your hand kind of hit right here by your shoulder, okay? And I also like to look all the way around my neck. That'll release some of the tension up in your neck as well. So those are some of the main things I like to do for that. And then big arm circles. Now you might not need to go through all this stuff a whole bunch of reps. What I would recommend you do is just go through the different exercises that I just showed you and say, where do I feel stiff? Where do I feel really tight? And if you find an area that's really tight, then you're gonna wanna stick with doing that motion and that exercise. So like for me, when I do this one, when I get right here, I feel some tightness. So I'll just kind of hang out in that area and do some little circles. One other thing you could do is, on top of doing the mobility, you could do some foam rolling. Now I know in the middle of a game or a practice or whatever the case may be, maybe you don't have access to a foam roller, or maybe you just don't have one, period. Simple thing you could do is bring the basketball back into the mix. So if say you notice you're really tight in your quads, simple thing you can do is all you do is lay on the basketball, use both your hands to support yourself, find the spot that's tight and hurts and chill out on it for like 30 seconds. Take some deep breaths, maybe even up to a minute, and you'll feel that muscle relax. You can do this for any muscle on your body. It could be your chest. Don't do it on your joints or your bones. That's not gonna help you, might even hurt you. But if you're doing it on muscle, you'll be okay, and it'll help relax and loosen up those areas that are stiff and keeping you from being able to move quick, feel in control, and that are just making your body feel off. This one's big for if you're having problems in the games. Like maybe your handles feel so-so, but in the game, they feel really, really off and you're just not able to deal with defenders. Probably because you need to wake up your nervous system. Your body's thinking slow and moving sluggish. Here's 3 quick things I really like to do to help jack up that nervous system, get it revved up. First is the spider dribble. Left, right in front, and then left, right behind. So the ball basically stays right here, left, right, left, right. Now if you're newer, you might want to do it more as crossovers like this and a little higher. And then as you get better, try to bring it lower and tighter so the basketball is coming more straight up and down. And then work on to get your speed up, having the basketball only come inches off the ground, and try to move your hands as quick as you can, just like this. Okay, pushing that speed, working as quick as you can. If you can get your head up, get your head up. From there, the other thing I really like to do, this is a great one to really wake up the nervous system, the behind the knee clap. Put the basketball behind your knees, drop it, clap, catch. Okay, beginner is catching it off the bounce. You want to do this to push your speed though, right? So the goal is to catch it before it ever hits the ground. So drop. Oop, didn't get that one. Got that one. I'm starting to get a little quicker. Okay, and as you'll notice, I'm not going into the reps, boom, boom, boom. I'm taking my time to set up just to work on that quick burst speed. That'll start to get your nervous system thinking a little bit more quickly. Then one other thing you can do, this is a little bit maybe easier if those are a little bit too hard, but the idea is to make them hard. Don't worry about being able to do them successfully. You're just doing this to get your body to move quicker. So even if you can't do those last 2, they'll help, but this one's a little bit easier. Hands on the basketball so it's between your legs. So one behind, one in front. Just give it a little flick up, switch hand positions and catch it the other way. So now the other hand's in front, the other's behind, it's still between my legs. Just like that, okay? That'll also work a little bit more on your ball control. Squeezing those fingers into the basketball. Those are 3 quick things though I like to do to get my body thinking quick. Last but most certainly not least, dealing with the basketball. Like if it's a different basketball and that feels off, or a different court surface that you're not used to, how are you gonna adjust to that? Before we get into it though, if you found this video helpful, make sure you click that subscribe button and that little bell icon so you can get on that notification squad and catch the newest videos the second they come out. I can help you keep improving your game. So, how do you deal with the basketball feeling off? Very simple thing. Whenever there's a timeout maybe and you have a quick second or halftime or in between quarters, if you can get the game ball or a ball that's the same, get it. And just dribble out some of your moves that you do a lot. So if this is one of your go-to moves, just rep that move out a ton. Get a whole bunch of dribbles though in as quick as you can, and even some basic dribbles, just dribbling down low to get a ton of repetitions in real quick to calibrate your body. Basically teaching your body to adjust to the different basketball and the different court surface. And also make sure you're putting a little footwork in the mix too, so you can adjust to the court surface as far as how your shoes are gripping on the ground, right? Those little details start to add up in the game, especially when inches matter, milliseconds matter in game speed. Couple simple things would just be like an in and out dribble, okay? Again, working on some of your go-to moves, but try to do it low, quick, and get as many reps as you can when you get that second to get your hands on the basketball, so you can start adjusting and adapting. So that way, if it's bouncing higher, or if it's, you know, a smoother, less grippy basketball, or if it's bouncing lower because it's more flat, you can make those adjustments, get prepared for the next part of the game where you're actually gonna be playing, and you'll have adapted to how the basketball feels. So look, if you found this video helpful, make sure you check out this video and this playlist. You probably like those as well. Those will help you improve your game big time. And if you haven't yet, click that top link in the description down below to get your free Defender Destroyer workout that's already helped thousands of players. I'm sure it'll help you too. Just click that link, pop it in your email, and I'll send it to you instantly for free. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more and make moves today.